Let me give you a little bit of a background. So every year I make an advent calendar for my nieces and nephews. And I used to do this when they were younger. It would come in different forms. It would range in complexity depending on how much time I had at that time. I didn't really video a lot of the earlier advent calendars, but one year I decided I wanted to share the advent calendar that I was making with all of my friends who have young kids of their own who might benefit from having this resource. So I made this more generic template that would lay out all of the days of the advent calendar that you could print out if you were a busy parent and then cut into smaller strips, and all you would have to do is put them into envelopes and create your own advent calendar for your kids. So I did that. I made one video, I'll link it somewhere here, where I created that very calendar, and then this is the version that I came up with. So it's a printable, all you have to do is print it out, cut it out according to the days, and then stuff the envelopes according to their corresponding dates. This is the advent calendar that my nephews have used for a couple of years, and they've sort of outgrown it. They're not really doing it anymore. It's missing this whole last week because there was this one year where they had to go on vacation somewhere for the last week leading up to Christmas. So they just took the envelopes with them. And of course, being kids, they've misplaced it. So now it's gone. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to refill these last few weeks of Advent. And then I'm going to gift this Advent calendar to my youngest nephew so they can start using it too, because they're finally at an age where they would understand the stories, sort of. So that's the reason why I have a lot of windows opened up on my computer right now, because to be honest, I do this once a year and I don't really remember what it is that I've already made, because I don't, like, aside from in this particular season, I never go back and look at the advent calendar that I made. Looking at this, I was like, wow, I made all of this? I was really shocked to find how organized I was. So my goal for this calendar is to make an advent calendar that wasn't so gift focused, because majority of the calendars you have out there will have like little slots for you to insert toys and things like that for your kids, which is all well and good. Of course, like, I love gifting things to the people I love. But ever since I started making videos like this and showing the things that I do for my nieces and nephews, so many people comment that this isn't normal, that this isn't something that they do, and they wish that they did it more in their family. So I wanted to create a calendar that would help you to do that. This calendar is mostly focused on the Christmas story, for one thing. So it's really the story taken from the Bible leading up to Jesus' birth and things like that. But of course, to make it interesting for kids, I've also included a lot of bonding activities. Like for one day, there is an easy recipe that you could follow and make together as a family. And then there are other days where I created a template. You probably can't see that. I'll put a thing on the screen here next to me. So there are some days where I created a template where they can make their own Advent wreath and then kind of color it in and light it up. So it's all focused around that. I even made a digital version where if you didn't want to print anything out, if you didn't want to cut anything out, make any envelopes, anything like that, all you would have to do is log on to the website, and then every day just click on a specific page that would open up for you, and that would be the activity for that day. So I also made that option, but I'm gonna go through everything that I made now to see if there's anything that I want to change and update before I print it out and then send it off to everybody. If you want to make this calendar for yourself, I'll have it available in the description box below. This is completely free. It's a resource that I just want available for everybody out there. If you do print this out and make one for your family in whatever version that you decide to do it in, I hope that you take a picture and then tag me on Instagram, because I'd love to see how you've made this calendar your own. There are problems that I need to fix in the calendar. Like, ever since I started making this, I've always made it according to the days of that specific year. So they're tailor-made to, like, this specific day when you open it will be a Sunday. And if it happens to be Gaudete Sunday, then the activity for that day will correspond to that. Last year, the start of Advent fell on a Sunday. Therefore, the first day said the first Sunday of Advent, which represents hope. But this year, the first day of Advent is on a Thursday. So this no longer makes sense. So I need to find a way to make this more flexible in terms of dates, so that if you were to make this, you could just reuse it year after year and not have to like figure out the dates or things like that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. There's also other things to consider, like the length of Advent. Sometimes Advent can be 22 days, sometimes it can be 28 days. So I think what I'm going to do to make it a little bit more generic and friendly to use year by year is to have the calendar always start on December 1 and then always finish on December 24. So something else I'm struggling with is I want this to appeal to as wide of an age range as possible. So I'm taking stories directly from the Bible and I'm editing it down, which makes me feel really weird to say because who am I to edit the Bible? But I'm trying to make it as kid-friendly as possible. Like in my mind, I'm trying to appeal to an audience of maybe like from 3 years old up to 6 years old, something that a parent could easily read to a child, like 1 or 2 paragraphs without having to explain too much because there are too many concepts that are confusing in the story. This is literally just like an introduction to this story to get them used to it, you know? I'm in my sister's house because I'm babysitting again, but before I left home, I printed out everything that I needed to do to complete the Advent calendar. So while the kids are still napping, I'm gonna start stuffing envelopes. I made this for Ahia Gavin and Ahia Liam. And they're big naman. So now I will give it to you. Okay? This is called an Advent calendar. So what it will do is, it will help you count down to Christmas. So
you do it.
Yeah, so some days there's a story, some days there's an activity. So today let's look at December 1, okay? See? So you get an envelope. You do this with mommy and daddy, okay? You get an envelope and you open it and there's a paper inside. So this one says, what is Advent? Because this is an Advent calendar. Today, let's put together an Advent wreath. That's what we were cutting. We're gonna make an Advent wreath, okay? Do you know what an Advent wreath is?
No.
An Advent wreath is a circle of green branches symbolizing God's eternity. So that's what you were cutting out. These are your evergreen branches. Here's a green crayon, so you can color the leaves green.
And red.
So these are our branches, Boo, and then this one will be our candles. So we need to color, oh, where are my instructions? Good thing we didn't cut all of them. We need to color 2 candles violet. What color is this?
Violet.
Violet. 1 candle will be pink, and then 1 candle will be white, meaning let's not color 1 candle anymore. So this will be your candle. And then, do you have glue or scotch tape?
I have glue.
We can glue it later after we color.
I have glue.
You have glue?
Little my gluey glue is here. My gluey glue.
Good job. And then we will close it and ta-da! It will be our candle, okay?
Look what I made. Artwork.
Yeah, you made an artwork. Good job. Make another one. Go ahead. You can color as many as you like.
I have to color all of them.
Yes, you color all of them. So let's start sticking things. You want to stick here or here?
Here. Here.
Okay. Just get a little tape and then put it in the back. Ta-da! Here. Can I put the tape and then you be the one to arrange? Or you put the tape? What do you want?
I'll put the tape and you arrange. I'll put the tape and put and you arrange.
Okay. More tape. Get some tape. We put the tape here on the triangle looking edge. And then you tuyuk it, and then you hide like that. Okay, press. Ta-da! You have a candle. We should put more tape. It's opening because we didn't use glue. Ta-da! Now you have a candle. Okay? Now every Sunday, you light a candle by coloring one of these, okay? One of the fires, and then we'll put some tape, and then you glue, and then your candle will be lit, okay? There, you have 2 purple candles. How many purple candles do we need?
3.
3, one last.